Of course, I can't do the whole thing silent, but obviously, A Quiet Place, famous for being a relatively silent movie, and a great one. And then we had the sequel in 2020, A Quiet Place Part 2. This is a prequel to the first film, set right at the beginning of the alien invasion that we saw in A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn, he of Stranger Things, are the stars in this film because, again, it's a prequel. And, you know, I really enjoyed both Quiet Place films. This one has a story by John Krasinski, but not directed by him. So this is the first film in a franchise that hasn't had, kind of got his direction. I was going to say creative control, but he co-wrote the script, so he's still creative in some ways. But yeah, you know, I really enjoyed those films, and I'm hoping this will be at least on par with those ones. It's a very hot day, and I'm going to be enjoying the air conditioning, hopefully. But what do I think of the film? I'll let you know after this. So, I've seen A Quiet Place day one. On day one, actually. Came out on a Thursday for some reason, not sure why. Just read that it's been embargoed. Reviews have only been allowed to be released today, which usually is not a good sign. But I enjoyed this film just as much as the last two installments. Lupita was, once again, like she did in Us, just takes her lead role and owns it. I've got to say, I wasn't a massive fan of Joseph Quinn's performance. I don't know what it was, something that just didn't get me. His arc's interesting, but I mean, he has one of the funniest line deliveries. One of his first lines that he says in the film. It's one of the funniest deliveries I've seen this year. Sorry for the shadow on my face. That's because of where the sun is. But the film itself, I mean, if you like the previous two installments, this lives up to it. Like, the opening 15 minutes or so, I think it was about 15 minutes, is really well done. They always have good openings. They're like Bond films. But this was no exception. Like, it sets up the film extremely well. The fact that it takes place in New York City, I thought was interesting. You know, to take it into a new location, but also as well to understand how it began. You know, it is really well done, very tense, some good jump scares, and a cracking performance from a cat. In fact, there's two things that I don't like about the film. The first one is the fact that they want me to believe that over a course of days, a cat remains completely silent. I just don't buy that. I've got two kittens, like, I just don't buy it. And also the use of paper in the film, purely because there's rain, there's water in this film, and I'm not buying that the paper would survive that. But they are small issues with the film. You know, overall, I really enjoyed it. I forgot how much I enjoyed revisiting this kind of like post-apocalyptic world. And yeah, another really great entry in the franchise. Like, I am impressed, and I'll enjoy watching this one again. Should you see it in the cinema? Of course you should. There's one thing, and I was actually having this conversation with my brother the other day. He just bought himself a new soundbar, and I was telling him that I was going to go and see this film, and I said, have you seen the Quiet Place films? And he said no. And I said, well, it's a good demonstration of your soundbar, because the films are so reliant on the use of sound, and in a cinema setting even more so. So you absolutely should see it on a big screen. kind of wish I'd seen it in IMAX, but I saw it on a massive screen and, you know, it was very enjoyable. So yes, go and see it as soon as possible, because it's that good. Yeah, summer's picked up again. It'll be interesting to see how well this film does. I mean, obviously, Inside Out has been a huge hit this summer, and that's good because, you know, it's only just before that I was talking about the fact that, you know, cinema has kind of been in a bit of a lull. So it's proved that, you know, you put out a great film, people will go and see it. I really hope people turn out for this one because it really deserves it. So, yeah, scores. It is an 8 out of 10. It's very, very good, and I can't wait to see it again. So that's it for A Quiet Place Day 1. There will be another review coming soon. I've already decided what the next film is that I'm going to be seeing, and after that I'm actually going to see, I'm very excited, I'm going to see The Iron Giant. It's one of my favourite films. Never got to see it on the big screen when it came out. I was a big fan of the book as a kid, but it had quite a limited release in '99, so I never saw it until it was on video, I think. That's how I saw it the first time. And yeah, I've always wanted to see it on a big screen, and they're showing a lot of films, 25th anniversary, so that's one of them, so that's what I'll be going to see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I won't be reviewing it because no point, but looking forward to seeing it nonetheless. But yeah, got some more films coming up, and until next time, as always, remember that the flint lifts.